Hey everyone, welcome back to Monterey, California. Toby Fernie, aka the Teacher Realtor, here with Coldwellbanker Realty. In this video, I'm going to be going over 5 reasons why you should move to the Monterey area. I specialize in helping people relocate to Monterey, so if this sounds like the type of place that you're looking to move to after watching this video, feel free to send me a text, an email, or give me a call. The past 2 years, a large percentage of my clients have moved in from the Los Angeles, San Jose, or San Francisco areas if they're Californians. Many others have moved in from out of state. With now being able to work from home, people have questioned the idea of living in a concrete jungle if the main draw was being close to work and not having to deal with a long commute. Maybe you're tired of the hustle and bustle of living in a large city, or your family is expanding and you need a little more space to roam. Whatever the case may be, Monterey seems to be the ideal place for people looking to move from larger cities to a place that is smaller. At the same time, Monterey isn't too small of a town. You will still have the same amenities that you would get in a major city, such as shopping, fine dining, and events that happen here in the Monterey area. There aren't many places in the world with this type of access to great hiking trails, biking trails, scuba diving, and surfing all in the same close proximity. Big Sur is one of the most epic landscapes in all of California. There are endless hiking and biking trails throughout Big Sur and Fort Ord National Monument, which you can access from Marina, Salinas, or Seaside. One of my favorite things about living in the area is the Monterey Recreation Trail, which stretches from Marina to Pebble Beach. This is a great place to go for a walk or a bike ride if you prefer to stay on trail. Getting into the water, Monterey is known for some of the widest marine biodiversity in all of the United States. If you don't mind throwing on a wetsuit and braving the colder waters of the Pacific here in Monterey, you'll be surprised at what you can see under the sea here. I wouldn't consider Monterey to be a surfer's paradise like you might get in Hawaii or Southern California, but there are plenty of beaches and areas where you can catch good surf on certain days in Monterey, Pacific Grove, Carmel, or Pebble Beach. You're also not that far of a drive from Santa Cruz, which has slightly warmer temperatures, water, and better surf throughout the year. I know plenty of people who enjoy living in a place with 4 seasons. I grew up in Ohio and spent many years living in Boston. You certainly get all 4 seasons there. There is certainly something nice about the fall in New England, seeing all the leaves changing colors. Yet at the same time, for 5 months of the year, it is brutally cold, and for 2 to 3 months of the year, it's uncomfortably hot. Closer to Monterey, places like Los Angeles and San Diego have seen record high temperatures in recent years. Or if you're somebody who lives in Arizona where the temperature gets up to 128 degrees. I don't care if it's a dry heat, 128 degrees is 128 degrees. Here in Monterey throughout the year, the temperature rarely goes below 50 degrees or above 70 degrees. Not many days of rain and plenty of days of sunshine. September and October are actually our warmest months of the year. Even in the winter, the weather stays consistently warm. This year, for example, in February, there were plenty of days where it was in the 70s and sunny. This allows you to access reason number 2 on my list, the great outdoors, for most days throughout the year. This, in a way, is connected to number 1. For the most part, people in Monterey are laid back and not in much of a hurry. I lived abroad in Spain for 3 years and Italy for almost 1 year. While I wouldn't say it's as laid back as those 2 places or like you're on island time, Monterey certainly has a slower pace than other parts of California or the rest of the United States. Shops, restaurants, and bars do close early here in the area. Sometimes I drive to the Bay Area or Santa Cruz for work, and when I'm on my way back and I get over the hill on Highway 1 and see Monterey in the distance, the temperature seems to drop 5 degrees and the drivers around me slow down 10 miles per hour. Golf is another one of the major things to do here in Monterey Bay with world-class golf resorts like Pebble Beach. I don't think I've ever seen a golfer move with much haste. Monterey is a very walkable town with the Monterey Recreation Trail that I mentioned earlier, And if you live in places like Monterey, Pacific Grove, or Carmel by the Sea, you may not even need to own a car. Monterey, while not an inexpensive place to purchase real estate, it is an area where there is very high buyer demand. In comparison to some other parts of California like San Francisco or San Jose, Monterey is relatively affordable. Homes went up around 20% a year from 2020 to 2022, and the 10 years before that, homes went up around 8 to 10% a year. At the start of 2022, home values do appear to be staying on this same trajectory. It's in part a matter of supply and demand. There are a lot of people that want to live in the Monterey area and just not that many homes to meet with buyer demand. And being right on Montereybay, there are only so many directions that you can build a home where you're not hitting water. I envision that home values will continue to increase in this area even if home values are to drop in other parts of California or the United States. I could probably go on for days about reasons why you should move to the Monterey area. Just to be fair, I will be coming out with another video on reasons why you shouldn't move to Monterey, so make sure that you subscribe and come back and check out that video. If you're ready to find your dream home in paradise, I am passionate about helping buyers such as yourself. Feel free to give me a call, send me a text, or email at toby.fernie@gmail.com. Like and subscribe. Stay tuned for future content all about real estate and living here in Monterey, California. Click the icon to subscribe to more content from living in Monterey, California.